TIFU by telling my guy friend I like him. Yesterday I, 17F, told my guy friend, crush, 17 meters, that I like him. He thought for a moment then said he'd tell me later. Later he texted me saying that while he doesn't not like me, he's not ready to be in a relationship. And I do respect his choices. We still talk as we did before I confessed. But now I'm in feelingsy limbo. He also told me he's known for way longer than I thought less than. I'm gonna continue acting as I did before. But now there's a nagging part of me wondering if anything has changed. And in all honesty I want something to change. I basically summarized his response but I left out a lot of mixed signals he sent. Right now, nothing is gonna happen. But I am kinda hopeful something might happen and that's the problem. I feel bad for expecting and this whole thing is hurting my head. TLDR. I told my crush I like him and now we're in a weird place in our relationship. Not fully platonic, but not romantic either. Congrats on putting yourself out there, that takes a lot of guts. And you should be proud of yourself for doing it. It sucks that he gave you a sort of wishy-washy non-answer. But my advice is to just take that as a, not interested but I don't want to hurt your feelings. You should operate under the assumption that your relationship is and always will be platonic. And it's okay to not be okay with that. If you decide you have to step away for a while to let these feelings cool off, there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't continue business as usual while secretly hoping he'll come around one day. You'd only be setting both of you up for drama and hurt feelings. Don't make the same mistake many dudes do and continue to be friends hoping it'll change. That's a disingenuous friendship and it's also very unkind to yourself. Not many can pack away one's attraction and feelings and continue as normal. Even if this ends up ruining the friendship in life, as you get older you end up regretting the things you don't do more than the things you do. You took a chance 90% of others looking back wish they did. I think the healthiest way forward would be to assume he doesn't and will never have romantic feelings for you. It's okay if you decide to not talk to him anymore. Let him go or you'll just get more hurt being led on, regardless if that's his intention or not. Please do not expect for more. Do not expect anything to change. It will drain you. It will drain you from, subconsciously, thinking that he low-key likes you back but he isn't just ready. You feel like your friendship isn't the same anymore. Or that he is only tolerating you. Or he is playing you. These are the thoughts that you will have if you keep wishing something will change. In the end, you will just wonder how y'all end up not talking to each other. Had this experience third time to realize it was a problem. I do have relationship now but it was him who confessed first. I just hope your friendship will last. 'Cause these kinds of friendships just hits different. It really feels like he's benching you, you're not his first choice. But he wants to keep you around just in case. The phrase, "it's only awkward if you make it awkward," is the truest thing I've ever heard. That's my advice to anyone in a situation like this. I remember when I was 16 I didn't want to hurt my friend when she confessed. So I basically said what your friend told you. I'm not proud of it since that ended up hurting her even more, and it also doesn't mean your friend is the same. Just keep in mind that it might be hard for a friend to straight up say, "I'm sorry, but I don't have feelings for you." It's a good thing you came forward about it. You took a risk in hopes he would reciprocate. And so far he hasn't. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Sometimes you have to take risks. Good for you. I wish back when I was a teen to have had someone confess they had a crush on me. It would have boosted my low teenager self-esteem back then. Hee. If it makes you feel any better. I, 20M. Had the same thing happen when I told a friend of mine that I liked her. I've been trying to cut off my feelings for her so we can still be friends. Because I do like being friends. But the fact that she said she likes me but not enough to date me is actually making it harder. I wish she had just said no instead. Don't worry about anything changing with him. After all, he said he's known for longer and you didn't notice. I told my crush at 14 I liked her and she made me wait a week to decide how she felt. We'd been good friends most of our school lives, so it made sense to me and I waited. She said yes. She got together and we celebrated 16 years together last November. It can honestly go both ways. Persistence and patience can lead you to some great places, but don't expect him to come around either. It's not healthy for you. Take it easy. Something might happen, something might not, but you did the hardest part. Good luck, op. Not a foo at all. At least you'll know you went for it. But to echo some of the other comments, be their friend because you want to be their friend. Don't do it with the expectation that they will come around. That's not friendship. That's deceptive. He's just not that into you. The book is a self-help guide aimed for single women. The premise of the book, as stated in the title, tells women readers that if a man in whom you are interested is not making the effort to pursue you, he is simply just not that into you. But that doesn't necessarily mean it is personal, doesn't necessarily mean that he dislikes you or finds you annoying, or that he likes someone else. 17 is still pretty young, often towards the end of high school, which is a time when people are starting to have to think about what they want to do with their lives. Think about university and admission tests. Think about what interests them enough to work on. A time to step up on learning life skills, because learning to cook now at home might make a bunch of difference in how well you are going to survive after 18. In the USA, a time to start worrying about where your healthcare is going to come from when you turn 18. If you are planning to move away, if you stay around, you might be able to hold out until 25 on your parents. In cases of unhappy home lives, 17 is also the time to be making the plans to get away upon turning 18. And some people just aren't ready for relationships at 17. I know I, for one, considered my late high school years as being for studying and helping with the house. Just one parent and I left. I was still very much learning about myself and romance wasn't at all in my plans. Now, if some nice woman my age had approached me and said she had noticed me around and wanted to get to know me better, I probably would have agreed to spend time with them. Maybe I would have tried some light sexual activity to see what it was like. But I'm sure that at that age I wouldn't have been thinking about long term. My parents were quite different that way. My mother married my father at, I think it was, 18. Child at 20. This echoed her parents. Eloped at 18 if I understand correctly. And her grandparents. Child at 20. They were ready for meaningful relationships at your age. Some people are ready at that age. I was one of the people who would take another 5+ years more.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.